Walking along this Ozark Creek, and here we go. I see 4 right off the bat. If it's anything like that last patch, there's like to be a lot more. There's 2 good ones here. What is going on, guys? It is a new day, 2025 mushroom season. We're still in the first couple weeks of April here. I'm walking this maple and sycamore grove on public land in the Missouri Ozarks, and I just came to the first find of the day. I've been walking probably a little over an hour. This is the only one I see so far, and it's a small freshie, so I'm wondering if maybe it's a little early in this spot here that I'm in. I've never been here before. It's a new spot I'm trying, but one way or another I got this one here, so I'm gonna keep walking it and see what happens. So stick around if you want to see what happens as well, and let's do this. I got number 2, guys, right there. Number 1 was by that tree, I believe, right there. So they're not real big in this spot, but small is better than none. So hopefully this continues. Second one in about 5 minutes, so we shall see. All right, guys, I'm still walking. I'm maybe half a mile away from where I found those last 2, and I got a little one right here. Tiny little guy. I think I might actually just leave that one. I'm starting to realize that it's probably a little early in this spot. We're about halfway through April, but there's not a lot of sunlight where I'm at, so I'm thinking the ground might just be a little behind the rest of my spots. So I'm gonna keep walking, and maybe I'm following in someone's footsteps and I'm just finding the tiny ones that they missed, or maybe it's just early, I don't know. So I guess you could call this our first official patch of the day. Technically it's a patch. I've seen 2 so far. They're a little bigger than the last ones. They're not huge, but definitely a good pickable mushroom there. Good size to eat. This one's a little smaller, but not bad, not bad. So I'm just glad that I'm continuing down this line and continuing to find some. Hopefully that continues here. All right, I shut the camera off too soon, so I'm still making my way around this tree. This is a maple. I like maples for MOREL, so good, typically anyway. Ow, thorns. Not every maple has morels around it, obviously, but a lot of times when I find morels, they're around the maple. Here's a good one. And I see another back there. Of course, it's right in the middle of all these thorns. Pretty standard. It's looking like it's just gonna be a 4-pack so far on this pack. Little ones, in my opinion, have a better flavor than the big ones. I think they lose some of their texture and flavor when they get bigger, so I will definitely take that. I'm getting excited now, everybody. That last little patch of 4 I picked was right by that tree. I came over to this maple, and we got a biggie. Real good one here. Cannot complain with that guy. That's what I'm here for. Missouri Ozarks public land, MOREL mushroom hunting. Coming along here after picking that big one. Another real good one here. Buried under some leaves. I had a hard time seeing him. Another one right here. So just like that, been having a real slow start to my day. There's another one. Man, it's fun when you get into them like this. I'm telling you. Right here. Having a real slow start to my day. Starting to get a little depressed and bummed out. And I just kept walking and kept walking and kept walking, and it paid off so far. So don't give up. If you're not finding any, you're in a bad spot, or you're just not good at looking for them. But keep moving, and eventually odds are you will run into some. So don't give up, just keep going. Like I tell you guys in all my other videos, when you find a patch, look around. Just stand there and look around for a while, which is every time I turn the camera off, I start looking around, and I just found this 2-pack here. Good, beautiful yellows. I was really worried that it was too early in the spot I'm in, and they're just gonna be tiny, but I was wrong. These are, I mean, this is what you look for as far as size and coloration and stuff like that, in my opinion. These are the perfect MORELs right here. What a beaut. Another one over here. Kind of creaching down, crawling along looking. And they're around. Well, you can see that one from a mile away. Maybe not on the GoPro, but when you're walking, you sure can. That sun beating off these yellows. Guys, I say it in all my videos where I'm down here on the Ozark public land. I love the Ozark. When you get in to some areas that have them, I mean, they have them, and you just every 20-30 yards you're finding. I'm not saying that's how the rest of today's gonna go, but since I got into this area that I'm in, it just, they're here. Alright guys, it has probably been 2 hours since my last find. I've hiked miles since that last mushroom I showed you. I'm in a different spot now. It's been kind of mind-numbing, but it's hard to walk and not find anything. But if, like I keep saying, if you just stick with it, keep putting miles on your boots, remind yourself that there are mushrooms in these woods. Generally, it'll pay off. I just found this patch, so I don't know how many are here, but so far I got 2. If I find any more, obviously I'll put you in the loop. That last tree that I found those 2 by was right there. Coming along here, walking this little maple and sycamore grove kind of area. There's one, and I saw another. There it is. There's at least 2. And a third. I see number 4 and 5. Still finding them in this patch, guys. It's kind of an unfortunate deal though, because there's a lot of mushrooms in this patch, but as you see, it's so dry that they kind of got to a certain size and they just kind of dried out. You hear how dry that is? When I put it in water, it'll be good and soak back up some water and be good to eat, but I think they just got to a certain point and they just couldn't grow anymore. So they're not very big, but put them in water, it should soak them up. Here's another one over here I just found while I was talking to you. But I'm not complaining. Small mushrooms are always better than no mushroom. There's what I like to see. This one's a little more yellow, fresh, and not dried up. Awesome find right there. Like that one gets to stay with nature. Like I keep telling you guys, if you get into the right stuff, you can just keep finding and finding. I like creek bottoms with a mixture of not hardwood trees, like you see right here. And they don't always support MOREL growth, but if you walk long enough, you're almost sure to find some that do. Saw this one. Here's a couple more. Here we go. Here's what I'm talking about. That's a good one. That is one of my, here's the ones I've been picking over here. And this one was just kind of randomly in there with them. So that's probably one of the biggest of the day right there. Awesome find. Love it, love it, love it, guys. This little stretch of patch I found just keeps going and going. I've been continuously walking, finding these for some time now. I see at least 3 right here where I just stopped. There's another one right up ahead there. There we go. Classic shape of a MOREL that's growing in pretty dry conditions. They don't get real tall and skinny from my experience when they're growing in dry conditions like this, but some of them are good size. New patch, guys. I didn't have to go far at all. Well, maybe 75, 100 yards. The old patch that I was just at, that I was just showing you, is right over there somewhere. Walking along this Ozark Creek, and here we go. I see 4 right off the bat. If it's anything like that last patch, there's like to be a lot more. There's 2 good ones here. And then I see a 4th one right here. There's a 5th one right there. Hopefully I'm close enough you guys can see that. If there's 5, there's sure to be more. There's 6, 7 right here. I'll leave the camera on and just kind of keep you with me. Six and 7. There we go. So exciting. I'm just walking this patch. There's 3 more right here. Might have stepped on him on accident. Good one here. Dry. We're getting dry. We need some rain bad. Quality, quality. They get a little tricky when this grass gets tall. I kind of got to get straight above them and look down. There's 1 and 2 hiding in this real tall grass. If you guys watch my videos, you know that I constantly say, when you find them, slow down. Take 1 step at a time. Here's another one while I'm talking. Take 1 step at a time and just look down. Turn around, go through the patch again in a different direction multiple times, and you can usually find several more each pass. So, tip for you. All right, let's do a recap of that patch real quick. It's pretty unlikely I got them all as tall as this grass is around me here, but I did several passes, and that's all I could find. So we're gonna call that a picked patch, and let's do a count. 1. Oh, I'm counting, and there's 1 right here next to me that I didn't see. That's cool. 2, 3, 17, 18. 18 in that patch. That is a good find right there. So I'm gonna put this with the rest of them. Here's the rest of them from today. We're getting some pretty significant numbers going at this point. Both of these spots I've been at today, I've never been to before. I looked at the map, saw some spots I wanted to try, and there's the payoff right there. So, oh, here's a straggler. I was walking out of this patch and I saw him. I don't remember if I told you guys 18 or 19. I think I said 18 out of that patch, so this would be number 19 if that was the case. Here we go again, guys. I can't officially call it a patch yet because I just found the first one, but I'm still walking the tree grove along the creek bed, and I got another one here. This is several hundred yards from my last patch, so totally new mushroom. At least I can't officially call it a patch yet, but we'll see here. There we go. It is a patch right here. 2, 3. Oh, here's number 4. All I see for now, but you know how that goes. Number 5 in this patch, kind of on the slope. Alright, so for now I just see the 5 in the patch, and I've looked pretty good, so I'm going to call that a picked patch, and then let's keep walking. It is just one of those days, guys, that we as mushroom hunters dream of. I'm on another patch here, not too far up from that last one. One of those days. I see 2 at least. Right here. Good freshie. Not dry at all. kind of go slow and take you with me. I see three more up ahead. All right, here's 2, 3, 4, and I see number 5 right over there. Here's number 5. There's number 6 right there. Let's go get him. Ooh, number 6 and number 7. And I see number 8 up ahead. Here's number 8. These are the kind of spots we dream of, guys. We put a lot of miles on our boots looking for spots like this little stretch I just found. There we go. Here's number 10. Here's number 11. 12 right here. Well, I don't know if you guys can see that right on the edge of the creek there. There's a big fatty right there hanging off the edge, and I got another one right here. Love it, guys. I absolutely love it. Hunting these random creeks in the Ozarks that I've never been to before. Just mainly flood runoff creeks, I believe. They're probably dry most of the year. There's actually 2 down here. Let's see if I can use this as a step. Alright, here we go. Look at that guy. That is a fatty. He's got a buddy down here. I'm gonna have to put these down before I can grab it. There we go. Well, you don't see this very often. I just picked this one. It's a double stemmed morel. I thought that was kind of cool. That's going to be a picked patch, guys. I spared you the count just to make the video flow a little smoother, and we have 17 out of that patch. So another good patch that is going in the bag. Here we go again, guys. We're on. I lost track of how many patches this is on the day. Here's this one. I know it's a patch because I saw another one over here. So far, I've just seen the 2. That last patch just had 2 in it, and we're a ways away from it. And I got this loner right here. Real nice big yellow one. I think he's all by himself, but what a mushroom that is. I haven't seen a whole lot of these today, but there's one. That's one of those false morels that you guys have seen in my other videos from this year. Like I said, a lot of people eat them. I do not. They got some toxins in them that aren't very good for you. I couldn't tell you how many that is for the day. I think the majority of them have had double digits in them. There's one. Here's another. Real nice, fresh looking mushrooms. What an early season day, guys. I got 88 total. Not my biggest numbers, but considering the time of year, I'm pretty happy with it. I did a lot of walking. There was times today when I felt like I was going to give up because I wasn't finding anything, but I stuck with it. And in my videos, if you watch my mushroom hunting videos, I always say just stick with it, stick with it. Keep walking, keep putting miles on your boots, and you will find some. I put probably 4 to 5 miles on my boots before I finally got into them really well, and it paid off. So stick with it and keep going. If you give up, you're not going to find anything. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like it and then subscribe to the channel. And as always, thanks for watching.